Hello. Hello, guys. Ah, really? Yeah, because I mean, I did set it up very fast, and I didn't remember making a mistake or something like that. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that YouTube has been very weird. There has been some updates. Today I wanted to enter, and all of a sudden, like I couldn't see my profile. I couldn't see like there was all these videos. It was like a new setting. It was like a new style, and I couldn't find like the usual options. I don't know. Then I reset my phone, and it came back to normal. So I don't know. Yeah, guys, I changed a bit. I mean, at the same place. It's just that I changed a few things. Um, I'm no longer on the other side of the house, of not the house, the room. I'm more on this side. That usually when you watch my other lives, you see like this wall. You see it very far away. Now I'm closer to it. Um, I think it looks nicer. It looks. I just had to move my desk. That my desk was attached to the wall, so it was very like it was a whole work to actually get it out and put it back again like the way it used to be. I don't know if it's that stable. I hope it is. But if you see some trembling, it's either the tripod or it's that the table is not. Um, yeah, probably it's Mercury retrograde. And I think that it's nicer. I'm like closer to the door. So if my cats want to come in or if there's something like I'm closer. But the not so positive thing is that is this wall is attached to the neighbors, and here there's where the noise comes from. In the sense that they are remodeling or they are like they also have this room is their room is also new, so there's a lot of like construction in there, a lot of noise. Probably you will hear people talking at the same time because I don't know if it's this is going to be like their bathroom, but it sounds like it's going to be. Um, but if you hear people talking, it's them. It's not me. That's the annoying thing. Um, I don't know if you will hear the dogs, like because the dogs are closer to the other wall, but maybe we will hear them anyway. Um, but yeah, this is the part that I'm like, especially during weekends. During weekends, they are here. When I do them on Wednesday, I believe they are at work or their children are at school, so it's quieter. But on Saturday, there's a lot of movement, and I hate it. I hate it myself. Like when I wake up in the morning, there's also a lot of noises, a lot of people moving things and hammering the walls, and so yeah. I wonder if you can you see the table well? I believe you can. Maybe taking any pain medication? No, I ran out of it. It was supposed to last like 10 days, and I ran out of it. But I'm going to go on Monday. Um, and yeah. Um, yeah, I'm also on my period, so you know everything is connected. Um, but yeah. And also the diet, it's so sad. The diet that I have to do is so, uh, like I will get used to it because I'm not a person that is like obsessed with food or is like obsessed with different flavors and too much spice or too much of anything. The most that I would be like missing definitely is I don't know how you guys call it over there. Probably is pastry. I do love pastries. Like I consume a lot of bread. I love bread. I believe I said this before. So that's one of the things that I'm going to miss the most. Yeah, but I think that it's time. Rim, I think that it's time because obviously the sedentary life is no good for my body. It's no good that I'm not moving around like I used to. It's not good that I'm not standing on my feet for so long, considering that that was my routine a few years ago, and also that I have a lot of immune diseases. So I would probably need to get my body, not to a level of being always stressed, but I think that I need movement. I need movement. I need to be going here and there, and I need to be like this. For me, I never done diets in my life. But if you're like, okay, you cannot consume soda or sweets, I will be like, okay, I will. You see me, guys. I have water. I have water. The only thing that I would be like, probably is me and other Argentinian people, is mate. I cannot be without mate. Like it's like for you guys, coffee. It's like the coffee in the morning. It's the same. Um, when I was younger, I used to love tea. I used to love black tea, but it was damaging to my teeth. I would have like I remember when I was like 11 and 12, I would have like yellow teeth. Like my dentist would be like, "What is going on with your teeth?" Because I would have them so stained because of the amount of tea that I would not so often, but that was breakfast. Like when I was younger, like yeah, a cup of tea, um, um, and maybe some toast, and that's it. Um, So, but yeah, I think I will get used to it. It's just that I'm usually very, like, I started the diet right away. Like, I am like this. When I have to do something, like, especially if it's like a regime, if it's something that I have to stick to, I will do it right away. You know, some people are like, you have to start, moderately. And I'm like, no, I'm going to start now. Like I'm going to start cutting things out of that I know that are not good for me. But at the same time, I will still go and check out like the pain because I still have pain here, and thank God it's not internal, but I still feel pain here, especially when I'm seated. When I'm sitting, and even you guys, I know that I'm not like very like I have a few pounds on me, but it's like I have always this side swollen. It's always swollen, and it's not like oh it hurts, but it's annoying and I have it here, and sometimes it hurts next to my navel. That probably that's where when I hit here, probably the impact that I remember that I was carrying a bottle, something like that. Probably I hit myself in here. Probably it's my ribs. I don't know, but it's still swollen. Hey, Chatalino. Tea is so good for you, but yeah, tea the same is annoying. I cut things slowly, doing it all at once will result me quitting and going back to it. Yeah. No, for me, I did, ever since the pandemic, I did notice, for example, that gluten was not good for me. Gluten and also potatoes. I noticed that my stomach would get very swollen. So I was like, I think that those two, are like, my body's like, don't consume them anymore. And now that I have these stones in my bladder, I have to take care. And I think that I'm like we were talking the other day, like the guys, the girls were like, wait for the results, and just take care of it. But thank God for this fall that I had on the stairs, that it allowed me sort of to see that okay, yeah, maybe you did hit yourself in a part, but it's not. You also have something else. So it's good to do because it's been a while since I had like an ultrasound. I believe that the last ultrasound I had was like when I was 17, 16. Did you do a food allergy test? No, no, I didn't. I should, right? And also, I think that I was telling my doctor that I don't know if one of the pills that the other doctor gave me, if it causes constipation, because I was noticing like, okay, I'm not going to the bathroom as regularly as I used to. So I'm like, maybe I'm swollen because of that. But yeah, it's a whole process of a lot of tests to see what's going on. But I swear I never had a pain that lasted this long. Like I think I hit myself here. I think that it's either the skin, like I hit, like I don't know, because if you think about it, I'm like, and there was the doctor that saw my ultrasound, it wasn't the doctor that prescribed the medication. I have to see him on Monday. But when the doctor, like the doctor that was in that moment that she reviewed, she saw the results. And I said no, because I fell, I fell on the stairs and I hit myself here. And she's like, but why would they make you do an ultrasound of your abdominal, of your abdomen, if you hit yourself here? Like, no, and I told her, like, no, because it hurts. So he wanted to make sure that it wasn't nothing internal first, and then. It's a whole process. But the other day, the doctors, also the woman that did my ultrasound, they were super nice. And I think that also is so, that's why it's so important sometimes. That's why sometimes I prefer, if I have the possibility, I prefer to pay to go to do a consultation to a private office instead of going to the public hospitals, because the treatment is different. Is different. Of course, that they are not like emergency. They are not like emergency. It's not like you're going to get all the tests. Maybe if you go to a public hospital, you will get all the exams or all the tests in a day or two. In here, you have to, wait for to get the appointment and everything. But there's this level of also of trust, and the professionals really are. I don't know. They seem to be more willing to listen to you. They also have like probably they are in a better mood, probably because they don't have much people entering the consultation, so they are not as overwhelmed as the doctors in the public hospitals. The doctors in the public hospitals, they are always in a rush. There's always something, and they must be very stressed. Their level of stress must be huge. Is the medical system not that great in Argentina? Yeah, it is. It's, I want to see if I hear my cat. Wait. No, it's not my cat. It's okay. I think that from what I heard from people, they say that we have a very decent system here when it comes to health. By the way, has anyone felt how this summer has been a bit overwhelming, felt so suffocating? Oh my God. I feel so sorry for you guys, because if it was me, I would be so uncomfortable. Like, I just cannot stand it. It makes me feel so low in energy, and it makes me feel so annoyed. Like, I just cannot. It's just that the heat, the summer, is suffocating. I think that the right term is suffocating. For me, it's like this. Like, I don't know how people do it. There's people that enjoy summer. For me, it's like, no, leave me inside with the AC on, please. Like, if you are like, okay, go out and just explore out there. If it's not like in a place that is going to be full of trees, like, no, please, no, no. It's surprisingly not that hot. Mm. I guess it must have its days, days that you're like, oh, today is not that hot. But you know what, especially in my case, that it makes me feel like there's people also that they faint when there's a lot of you know, high temperatures. People just lose conscious. Like I seen it, and I also in my case, like I felt like I never fainted, but I felt like I would start like breathing heavily, like it's like I don't feel good. I feel like I suspect I might be getting hacked on everything. Even my Spotify, I couldn't open it the other day, so I might be changing account. Oh my God. Yeah, I think that probably, I don't believe in Mercury retrograde, but I think that it has to do with that. Today it was very funny because I was uploading this soccer player that it was a request. Kylian Mbappe, and I was uploading his reading, and it wouldn't like it took like 3 hours to get the full, like for the video to be like it was in review for a lot of hours, and I was like, what is going on? I never had you've seen my my videos. It's not even a video, is a picture, but you've seen like the quality of my readings on video. It's not that heavy. It's not that like, oh no, it has a lot of, I don't know, it only has a voiceover. Usually it doesn't take that long to upload. But in this case, it took 3 hours. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on? I don't know, maybe it's his energy. I don't know, I never read for him. But I'm like, does he not want me to read? Does he not want me to read for him? Does he not want me to? Is he protected like that? Mbappe reading. Yes, Mbappe reading. Yeah, guys, I'm going to introduce myself to the soccer. Like, yeah, the person that recommended this was very nice, and also the person that recommended this, their recommendation was the one that got the most likes. So I was like, I'm going to pick the ones that have a lot of likes. Then there was someone else that asked for the elections for Trump, and sorry, I'm not going to read. I'm not going to read about politics. No, like let's keep this channel. I will say like, oh, let's keep it fun and light and positive. No, but I think that when you read for politics, first of all, it's not my country, so I don't know how. I mean, it's not up to me to know something prior. I mean, I can just pull cards and see what's available for him. Maybe people want to know if he's going to win or not. But, it's like, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's an opportunity to expand to different like genres, to different types of readings. For me, it's a way of growing. And also, I love it if you guys give me feedback and you're like, it's like this, or no, it's not like that. Okay, I learn also. But yeah, it's interesting. If you like it, I mean, that guy is close to a lot of high power politicians. Oh, US elections could be tricky. I mean, I could try, guys, if you want to. I can do a poll in the community section, and you'll be like, yeah, we want this reading. And yeah, I would do it. I mean, for me, the less I know, I think that it's more, it's better. Because I will be like, okay, whatever comes out, I will see it like this. And yeah. Oh no, don't get into politics. For me, it's been going on for some time, for months. I've been getting warnings on every social media of people on a location that is not mine trying to log in. Oh my God, no. Football is at least lighthearted, entertaining. Politics is too heavy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that I should do some football players, some soccer players. Sorry, guys, soccer players. We call it football here. That's why I say football, but I know it's soccer in English. Yeah, probably the one that I would be like, I don't know. I mean, I would do it because I know Messi has a lot of fans. I'm Argentinian. I know about him. But I'm like, I would want to do like read for other soccer players, not just for the ones that are like the most famous or the champions of the world. It's like, yeah, we know they're doing great. And it's more of the same. I want to, the same I try to do and implement about the nugus in K-pop, not nugus, but probably those groups that don't have much readings on them. The groups that probably a lot of tarot readers don't read on, they just read on, what people ask, and people ask always for the same. Like if you have a favorite, I mean, I'm an citizen, and I will always be reading for citizen members because I love them. But the same happens for other groups. The same, like it's always this. There will be like 6, 7 top groups that are always requested in all tarot readings or tarot readings channels. So sometimes I try to be like, yeah, guys, this was nice, but let's add new names. Let's add new names. Like, if you do elections, you can do Germany's next year. Oh, it's football everywhere except America. Ah, yeah, I understand. Ah, okay. Yeah, do you see, guys? This is the hours of the hammering. This is the hour of... I told you. On Saturday, it's always like this. But yeah, it's always like this. Okay, I will tell you guys who I have on my list today. I have... this was a request from a member of the channel. She wanted a reading for the boyfriend cast, Kazuto and Usak. Usak was the guy that left. I believe they were on episode 3, and he decided to leave. But before he left, he sort of confessed his feelings for Kasuto. So yeah, that's why this person wanted to know. Then I'm going to read for my bias solo debut, for Yuta solo debut, because someone requested, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Then I'm going to read for NCT Johnny and Jungwoo, not a friendship reading. I'm going to read for them for their future career, because this person that requested this, they are sort of asking if they are being put in the dungeon of SM, or if there's a possibility maybe that they are going to have work or more exposure. But yeah, probably this person is a bit worried if Johnny and Jungwoo, if they're going to be kept in the dungeon or not. Then I'm going to be reading for Astro Sanha. Then I'm going to read for EXO, Chanyeol, and Baek relationship, because apparently they're having a comeback around the same time. So their comebacks, or maybe the dates of their comeback, are overlapping. So people want to know like how they feel about it, like how is the relationship with this. Hello. Oh, it's 1:30 a.m. Oh my God, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You should have done Mexico to experience the most pessimist reading ever. Yeah, I believe that if it's going to be about politics, probably it's going to be very straightforward. Because I remember when we were in election last year, my godmother, she asked me, like she was voting for the guy that actually came out to be our president, our actual president, the guy that won. Um, and she wanted to see if he was going to, like, if he was going to win. And I remember that was the first, because we had to go to two different elections, and that was like the first round. So she wanted to know if he would win, and I remember I told her yes. But then that day they dropped the results of the first round, and he got on a tie. He was like, him and his competitor, they were all like, they were 50-50, so they had to go to the second round to sort of like to see who was going to be elected. So she was like, she was like, oh, you told me he was going to win, and you know, what happened, I was like, I saw that he was going to win, I don't know. She was freaking out because, you know, there was a tie. But then, yeah, then the final result is that he won. He got selected. He is our president. So yeah, sometimes, you know, and I just pulled one card. No, I believe I pulled two cards. Two cards. I pulled two cards. So sometimes it's like that. It's like that. But yeah, I was like doing this with a lot of like, you know, just letting go of the result. Hey, hey Hope. Wait, who is the 100th member apart of the SM dungeon? Did you see? Oh, sorry, I got hiccups. Did you see Lisa's comeback with Rosalia? No, I didn't. I saw that it was available already, but I didn't check it yet. The elected president is not even the president yet, and she's causing problems. Yeah, we're so dramatic over here. We're so dramatic, guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I believe that Mexico is very similar to here, that we like. There's something about our politicians that are clowns. I don't know. Maybe it's part of being a politician to be a clown. Oh, wait, guys. Let's see if you can see better. But I don't know why my dad put this. It's sort of like, I'm afraid that my phone is going to fall out. It's going to fall because it's like, it's not stable. So wait. What if I can add something? Because it's not. Oh. Is it better like this? Because I want you to see the table. But I hope that it doesn't fall. I hope that it doesn't fall. Sorry guys that I'm covering my tummy because Lisa seems so much happier after leaving YG. Yes, all of them. I believe that all of them looked radiant. It's actually a good song. I'm so surprised. Yeah, I love Rosalia also. I love her style. So I imagine that the two of them must be really good together. Yes, all the Blackpink members are actually more happier now. I had a heat stroke or substrate. It's no joke. Is that a scorpion color? Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know why. Probably it's the lighting because I do have the lights on up here. But I look so pale, guys. I look like I'm dying. So don't mind my face today. Like I think that it's the mixture of a lot of things. The diet, the pain, and now that I'm on my period, it's not like, thank God my hair is not going crazy today, but my face is like, I look at myself in the camera and I'm like, what is going on with you? Are you okay? Are you about to faint? Like, probably is the me feeling miserable because of the diet. Probably it's me. Like I'm losing energy, guys. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love Jupiter. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, yeah. The good thing about the diet is that probably I'm not going to be that floated anymore. And also like, like bladder stones in the bladder are not a joke. It's serious. So, I have to like get that diet. Like it's not like, oh well, if you wait a few months, no. Because yeah, the pain is real. But also, I'm liking the change. I don't know if you guys see it differently. If you're like, no, it looks prettier. Um, because when I was like farther away from this wall, I remember that I saw a lot of like mist in the air. I don't know if it's like the humidity of the room or what. But you know that it looked very like weird on camera. So I was like, I have to add more colors to the background. And also, if you think that I'm always using beige or white, like I'm not a person that wears like bright colors in my clothes. So sometimes I disappear in the background. Um, so I was like, I have to get colors. I have to get colors. And I'm sorry for the noise of the hammering, but yeah, they're working next door, so yeah. Probably on Wednesdays we are not going to hear this, but if it's not this, it can be something else. Because remember the other day there was a soccer game? Remember that there was a lot of noise? Also, tomorrow is Children's Day here in Argentina, so I'm sure that tomorrow is going to be louder also. So yeah. Hey Natasha. Can I request Misamo for the next live? I didn't on the community because it was non-K-pop. They're having a comeback with a solo for all the members. Yeah, I can add them now. I don't have much. I don't have much people today. I was looking that my hair gets crazy because this part especially because I washed it yesterday and I let it dry just like that. And do you see how it gets all crazy? Especially because it's very short. But I don't like to apply too much heat to my hair because then it gets damaged. So I just, yeah, I use the, to sort of, because I don't like wet hair. Like I don't like to have wet hair, especially we are in winter. I don't want to get sick. But I don't like use, like, I know there's people that they dry it, then they use the, they straighten it. I don't have the patience. So sometimes it goes like this. It's undefined, like um, like my life. But yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to start so I don't take much time of you and you enjoy your Saturday. So yeah, I'm going to start with this, with the boyfriend Kasuto and Usak. Let's see their their dynamic. Let's see how they're doing after leaving the house, even though Usak left earlier. Let's see how they do. What do they think of each other? Kasuto. Oh. Usak. Well, okay. I guess Usak has a lot to say. It's a lot to say. The connection. Well, they got the lovers. I mean, there's compatibility. There's good vibes. There's like they actually ended the show with good vibes. They probably are in contact, but yeah. I think that from Kasuto's part, we have the tower, we have the devil, we have the seven of pentacles. Um, from from Usak part, we have the eight of swords, we have the two of cups, ace of pentacles, and nine of wands. And their connection, yeah, we have the lovers. So yeah, I think that honestly from Kazuto's part, him like Usak leaving the house, I think that it was for the best for him because I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I think that definitely for I think that Kazuto was very overwhelmed. These two cards, these two combined, are very strong in the sense that this is how Kazuto felt in the house. He probably felt like, you know, when you are very wanted and when people are very attached to you or whatever they think that you are or they think that you represent for them. So you're like this prize for them, or you are like this special something that I want so bad. But for him, it was very he just didn't want to get there, to get. Probably this is not the first time that people get obsessed with him, with Kasuto, and I said this when I read for him the first time individually, that something about him being very nice, and not actually like, not sort of rejecting people right away. He probably, it takes longer for him to say no to someone. He even, I would say he's used to being surrounded by people that are very obsessive or intense or just very stubborn, very stubborn, very like, oh, you have to be with me, with me. But then there's a moment when he gets fed up. And I think that in his case, this atmosphere of him feeling very wanted and him being sort of like, I don't want to say like he felt harassed in the show, but there's this feeling of imprisonment, when you feel like, okay, like I cannot move an inch, that I already have someone next to me, like, and it's not pretty, it's not flattering, it's not like, oh, this is cute. No, it's more like you're always there. Even though I told you no, you're always there. And even though I already said no, you're there. It's like, for him, it's like, it's sort of like, it tainted the whole atmosphere. It was getting heavier when it comes to him, and people just wanting to talk to him and be with him, and he felt like so pressured that I think that he sort of developed like a rejectment to like, please don't look at me, or please don't tell me how you feel. I already heard it, like, please, like, I'm like, don't do that, please. And I think that for him to have maybe Usak leaving, and him being like, okay, there's one less guy that is quote unquote obsessed with me, or that I feel like they have this intense need to possess me. Because he sort of felt it. Maybe Kasuto is a sensitive person. He is not that the guys would do something to make him feel uncomfortable, but he felt uncomfortable. Maybe there's probably, with the devil, probably there's a lot of like sexual tension. And he was like, I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable. Like, I don't feel like these guys are choosing me for who I am. They're choosing me because of what they see of me, or their fantasies about me. Probably all sexual. He didn't feel the love of someone in particular. He felt the desire of others, the desire of them to dominate me. And when we have like the Seven of Pentacles, there's this feeling of like, well, you left, suddenly you left. And for me, it was like I was able to get a bit more room to think about you, to take my time to think about, what you mean to me, how I felt about you, my perception of you, my perception of the house, that I also have other people around me. So I needed time. I needed time because it was unbearable. I think that probably the tension, it was too much. Like, instead of him feeling flattered, I think that he's like, thank God you left. Because if Usak had stayed, and this was like a competition of a lot of people, competing for him, for Kasuto, he would have felt like, sort of trapped, and probably he would be the one asking to leave. Probably Kasuto would be like, I won't, let me leave the house because this is not cute. And probably if Usak would have stayed, maybe there could have been some drama between him and other people because of Kasuto. Because I could, with the devil here, I could see that things will have gotten very ugly all of a sudden. I don't know if one of the contestants, it could be Usak, it would be someone else, they would show their ugly side, and start arguing or start fighting, all but I definitely could see like drama. So he's like, thank God you left. Thank God you left, because I needed time to decompress a bit. I needed distance. From Usak, yeah, from Usak, definitely he really likes. He really likes. He feels a connection. He probably feels very deeply for Kasuto, definitely. But at the same time, he from the moment until now, he probably feels like he cannot do much. Like the Eight of Swords for me is like a lot of. He also probably is not that confident in himself. He doesn't know how to express his feelings or his perceptions or what he really thinks about something. He keeps it to himself and then he feels guilty. He feels guilty, like I should have said more or I should have done more and I didn't. But definitely he feels a connection with Kasuto. Definitely he feels the love. He feels like, oh, you are my ideal type, or I would want to get to know you in a romantic way. I could see him actually like willing to try. He has the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, so I think that probably he tried to reach out after the show. Definitely, yeah, he tried, and probably he feels like he has a chance. He probably feels like he has a chance, but again, with the Nine of Wands, he's going to have to be persistent, and he's going to have to endure a lot because I think that there's a confusion between them. I think that from Usak's side, yeah, he's very sure that he likes Kazuto and that he wants to get to know him better. But there's a lot of things that get in the way. Probably is his own actions or his inaction that he doesn't do what he has to do, or he doesn't say much. So things get very confusing, even though inside he really cares. He really cares. It's just that probably Usak has had some personal problems when it comes to his own value as a potential partner, of sort of seeing him dating someone. I think that he wants to build a connection, but probably there's a part of him that he's like, I don't know if this person will accept me. I don't know what is his past. We know his profession, but we don't know his past, where he comes from. But I think that he really wants to be successful in a connection, but he has all these reasons why he thinks that he's not good enough. Probably he has unresolved issues or other responsibilities in his life that sort of put him in this very, in this very tired, sort of warrior mentality, like I have to endure a lot, I have to work a lot, I have to, just resist a lot, and so this also taints his view of relationships, that everything is hard, that everything becomes a problem later, even though initially he feels very good. I think that maybe he talked to Kasuto and he got a very positive feedback or he got a positive answer, but then he still is like, okay, how am I going to manage? How am I going to manage? I don't know if it's his work or his other responsibilities and just being able to see Kasuto. And he's like, how am I going to do this? Like, it seems like so, like, I don't think he's going to give up, but I think that it's going to be heavy. But yeah, they got the lovers that in this deck that I don't agree on, but it says love. So if you want to, you can take it literally as the card of love, as the card of, a connection, them seeing each other, them being on the same page, them reuniting. So yeah, I think that there's a possibility. There could be some issues in the way. I also think that Kasuto needs a lot of healing as well. I think that this man left the house traumatized. Like he's just so patient. Like with the Seven of Pentacles, I think that he will never talk negatively of neither of the contestants or what happened in the house, but probably the energy was very heavy inside. It was very heavy. It felt very heavy, like obsession, like obsessive people. Like it's not what they would say to him. It's more their energy that would come out of their presence while they were saying things to him. It's like he could always feel like smothered, like suffocated by the attention that he was receiving. Yeah. He can. He can't because Kasuto is with Alan. Yeah, but with the lovers, you never know. You know, the lovers is in there, so it's like an open possibility. It's like an open possibility. And also I think that Kasuto is somehow waiting because he got the Seven of Pentacles. So probably it's like he's waiting for things to settle down, for things to go back to normal in his life. And probably he's also waiting for Usak to do something, you know, to take the charge, to take the lead. And I believe that he wants to do it, but he feels so overwhelmed by, he just sabotages himself a lot. It's like Usak is always thinking about all the things that could go wrong. It's like, no, you go and say what you want to say. Like, you got it. Like, you know, you have green light. You know, it's just that, yeah. He has to get out of that insecurity and just, you know, just go. Just, you know, throw the opportunity. But I love it for them. Okay, I'm going to continue with my bias with NCT Yuta solo debut. That is going to be on. It's going to be on October. So yeah, let's see how it's going to go. You know, the style. I'm excited to see if SM has any money left to invest. Has, yeah, money to, I said gas. I'm excited to see if SM has any money left to invest into his fund. Okay, let's see for Yuta solo. Let's see. Okay. His Mars in Sagittarius is going to be pleased. Okay, for Yuta solo debut, we have Temperance, Five of Cups, Four of Wands in the middle, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. And the advice from this other deck, we have the Apprentice of Lighting, that this will be like the Page of Wands, and the keyword is adventure. So definitely, yeah, this is his Mars in Sagittarius is going to be on the loose. Very excited. Yeah, for him this is an adventure. I'm happy. In the middle I have the Four of Wands, so definitely it's going to be celebrated. He's going to have a lot of fun. Probably there's going to be a lot of people just, you know, calling him, to congratulating him, you know, people celebrating with him, and very famous people, you know, very famous people, very established people, probably friends that he has kept over the years. They are all going to reunite to celebrate Yuta. So it's not so much about SM. I think that you're going to see him surrounded by different faces. Friends from the past, friends that probably we know of, but then you're going to see new faces, new people also showing up for Yuta. And it's going to be a huge celebration, a huge celebration. Yeah, I think that with the Temperance and the Five of Cups, definitely probably his message, or you know, the style of the song is going to be all about like healing, healing of deception, healing of past losses, past hardships, you know, of you feeling like you don't have enough, you know, like you feeling like you lost it, like you lost your chance, like you don't have, you know, you don't have it anymore. But actually this card, you know, the Temperance, and it's very funny because I believe that the soul is called hope, at least that's what we saw. And the Temperance is the representation of hope, is the representation also of the Sagittarius energy, you know, like you sort of mix and match, you know, the two aspects of your life, the part where you lost and the part that you are gaining something new. So you mix, you know, you mix all the cups. You mix the one that you lost, the cups that are spilled, and you also mix and take into consideration the ones that are still standing and has potential. So definitely for I believe that Yuta is going to be like this alchemist, you know, this sort of like the Temperance here is going to be someone that is going to give you a message that, yeah, there could be moments where you feel like you lost, there could be moments of regrets, there could be moments of sadness, of you looking back and being like, oh, you know, now I feel like I'm a loser, and I feel like I don't deserve this, and I feel like there's no way out. But actually, there's way out. There's a way out, and that, you know, take all the time that you need to look at what you lost, but also, you know, have the willpower to see that there's always a brand new day. See, like the brand new day here, like mix the dualities, you know. It's like, okay, like give room to sadness, like, you know, give protagonism to you feeling sad and you feeling disappointed and you feeling down. Like that also is part of your journey, you know, like, okay, today I feel like, you know, this is not for me, I'm failing, I feel like I lost, I feel like a failure. That also is part, that sadness is also part of your experience. But, you know, tomorrow also, like, move, move and change, because you still have options. There's always options. There's always a brand new day. As long as there's a brand new day, there's always an opportunity to change, to transform the pain into opportunity or into hope. So definitely this is the vibe that he's going to have probably with the lyrics. And yeah, also I think that with the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, I think that he's going to, like, this solo is not over. Like, he's going to be working on something else individually. Like, this is like the beginning. This is like the project is like the beginning, but then he's going to change very fast, and he's going to start training or you know, practicing for another project, another, I would say individual. I would say individual. So definitely he, like, this last part of the year is going to be very busy. I wanted to say very heavy, but probably, you know, heavy also, it could be a representation of how he feels, because there's a lot of responsibility. But at the same time, there's this feeling of he's going to be busy, very busy, very busy, very focused, you know, and I think that it's going to be very fast. It's going to be like, okay, today I present this, okay, then 2 days from that day, I'm going to go on a trip, or I'm going to do something that it has to do with another project that I'm already embarking in that, and I'm putting all the efforts. So yeah, Yeah, it's going to move. Of course, that if this is like a new project when it comes to a movie or something different, it's all from a place of him starting doing this. It's not going to be like, oh, because he's going to be like celebrated and he's going to be like the protagonist. Probably not the protagonist, but he definitely wants to be part of this. So this is why he's going to train very hard. But I don't see him getting like a protagonist role. Probably is, him being part of this is already like a blessing. It's already something that he really wanted. So he's going to, be like, okay, I will adapt. I will study whatever they need of me. I will do it because for me it's an honor to be here. But yeah, it's a way of. It's just that I feel Yuta also very uh, Jupiterian. I feel like when he connects the most with his Mars in Sagittarius, especially when it has to do with traveling back and forth between different audiences, is like that's when his energy starts moving, and opportunities appear. Opportunities appear. It's like his whole path alone. It's like one thing leads to another invitation, and then there's another, and then there's another, and then there's another. Why? Because Yuta has been working very well and has been very consistent in probably creating relationships and alliances and also connections with people that can celebrate him and his future projects. So I think that this is what, because maybe in the future we're going to be like, oh, it feels like magic. That now all Utah's projects or his path and his future, it seems like there's so much going on. Because he had been doing the work. He had been doing the work of sort of contacting people that maybe he was like, oh, I'm sure this person doesn't know who I am, but I'm still going to reach out. I'm still going to tell them that I admire them. And he had built these relationships silently and on his own. So in this case, this is why I say, like, I don't see that this is SM doing. Like, I think that SM allowed this to happen. But I think that all the celebration, the exposure, all these probably famous people also showing up for Yuta, it all has to do with Yuta's silent networking that he has been doing. And it's like these people, I believe that they wanted to show up or show support for Yuta before. They were like, I'm going to do a show. Like, can you come? Like, do you want to come with me? Do you want to do this with me? I have this gig. Can you do this? Like, I introduce you to someone so you can do this. And he was like, not now. Like, thank you so much for the recommendations. I appreciate it that you think of me. But for now, I'm going to lay low. For now, I have to keep doing things with my group. I have to keep, being in Korea. I have to keep, like, he probably was like, yeah, I appreciate the support. Thank you. But yeah, maybe in the future, I will ask you for a favor. At the moment, I have my own schedules. And he also had showed devotion to NCT, in moments where he could actually have chosen to just be like, oh yeah, guys, I have a new gig. I'm going to show up in a movie that is very important. And so yeah, you guys manage. See how you're going to do without me. And no, he was like, no, my group first. And then, yeah, when the time is right, I'm going to need you guys. So yeah, this is what he's going to do, and definitely this is like a brand new beginning, a passionate new beginning for Yuta. Very adventurous, very wild. You are going to see him very passionate. Like, he is a passionate person, but you probably are going to see him much more passionate and much more excited, like childlike excited, being wild, being just very energetic. Probably this is like his rock side that he wants to come out, wants to come out and being more outrageous, he wants to show this. So he's like, yeah, this is for me. He named it after hope. Yeah. Yuta solo budget, penny and hopes. Yeah, he named it after a Sagittarius resident, after hope. Shout out to Hope for all the inspiration. Uh, yeah, finally, finally. I think that he's like the example of like, you know, don't wait for others to give you the opportunity. You make the opportunity happen. Like silently, silently. Like you work, be silent, don't. Okay, let's move on to these two. Let's see for NCT Johnny and Jungwoo if they have if their future careers, if they're going to have, some activities. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Johnny, Jungwoo. Let's pull one card each. Okay. Okay. For NCT Johnny, we have the cards of the Tower, we have the Death card, we have the Lovers, and he got the cards of the Five of Pentacles, Need. So yeah, a bit interesting for Johnny. For Jungkook, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Empress. So for Jungwoo is looking good. For Jungwoo is looking good, and he has the Four of Pentacles. Stability. I was going to say stability, but it's security. So yeah, two different sides. These cards are very heavy for Johnny, I would say. The three major arcanas, definitely there's something about a lot of things falling, probably projects that are also falling, a lot of new beginnings, like, okay, this sort of wasn't doing good, let's start all over, let's rebuild again, let's do this all over. And also with the Lovers, I think that he's also like, probably in the middle. He doesn't know what to do with all these sudden changes of plans. There's also a lot of instability around him. Probably has to do, with the guys enlisting, that there's a lot of things moving. So I think that for him it's more, I think that he's like, okay, how can I do my part? I don't think that he's like, okay, I'm feeling ambitious, I want a solo, or I want to do this project for me. I think that probably this year he's like, no, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of things going on. we have to adapt to the change. So sort of let me be, sort of the stone that sort of is like, okay, I will adapt. Like whatever you have for me, I will do it, or I will wait. Maybe I will wait next year to do something bigger and more centered on myself. I think that he's still like adapting to everything that is changing in the group or in the company. So he's like, I'm not feeling like, oh, I really want something for myself. I think that he's like, after all the things that you told me that you were going to give me, something changed. A lot of time has passed. You actually didn't call me back, or you didn't guys give me an update about this that I wanted to do. You weren't that serious. So yeah, I will just go with the flow. With the lovers, it's like, I will not jump into conclusions about like what is going on with my career. He's like, there's a lot of going on. I will just adapt. I will just adapt. He probably is also been trying to be like the most mature out of all of them. He's trying to think rationally, and he's like, okay, if I add pressure, also it's not good for me or it's not good for my career. So I better wait. There's a lot of things going on. Also, probably in Johnny's life, personal life, probably there's a lot of changes, or there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of abrupt changes. So he's like, I'm also not in the mood to do something individually. Like when you do or when you request something individually, you have to put a lot of yourself. Probably going on diets, or probably, I don't know if they have to, also exercise a lot or do different things, especially in the case of Johnny, that he uses his image a lot. So he probably this year, he's like, no, I already done it. I already done the work. I already changed my body. I already did everything. So now I want a peaceful time. And I think that honestly, the times don't look that peaceful. Maybe he has a lot of things in his personal life, and probably also in the group or about some group managements. He has to be pendant on certain things, and he's like, let the others do it. And with the Five of Pentacles, the card of need, he also probably doesn't feel that confident. He probably is like, okay, if these projects didn't come out, or they weren't what I wanted them to be, or they were canceled, or they were postponed, it's like maybe it's because I didn't have what it takes, or maybe I think that he definitely, when it comes to, maybe it's not about his potential, but I think that he feels like they don't give him much to work with. Probably they don't give him much, support, or there's something about materials that they don't give him. So he feels this need. He feels this misery. I would say, like, okay, when it comes to me, you give me very little. Like, it's really hard for me to make this look expensive when you give me this little, this sort of very poor poor kind of thing. So instead of you giving me a lame project, just let me be. Like, I think that like what I want to do, I think that you guys cannot afford to support me the way I need it. Probably I need to travel different times, and you cannot pay me this. So yeah, like if you guys are, I think that when it comes to Johnny, there's something about them not putting that much money. I think that they just maybe do the usual, but they expect, because Johnny is very smart, and also he's very good with people, especially because he's a good conversationalist. They expect Johnny to fill the gaps all the time. It's like, okay, with his great personality, and that he's very intelligent, he's very eloquent, and he's very funny. So, he will make it work. We will give him a set, we will give him something, regular. two, couches and a few snacks, and we will sit him and let him talk for hours. Something like this, something very minimal. And I think that he feels that. He feels like, oh, when it comes to me, you guys don't put much effort. So yeah, I guess I will not put my face again into this. So yeah, I will just be on my own. When it comes to Jungwoo, definitely I see Jungwoo traveling. I see Jungwoo like also him having different projects. I see him busier than Johnny. And also I see him being very successful. Probably him also working a lot with his image. Wherever he goes, he's so celebrated. He's so celebrated. I think that also he's really good at connecting with people. Probably he's also he's working on his networking, and he's like probably hanging out with other handsome people, and it's like him and other handsome people, and it's him and another beautiful setting. So it's like you're going to see Jungkook not only being successful, but probably being beautiful. You're going to see Jungkook being, glamorous, just looking beautiful. His skin is going to look beautiful. His hair is going to look beautiful. Everything is going to be luxurious about Jungkook, and probably also very comfortable. Like, even though I have the six of swords that this indicates traveling, I could also see him like, yeah, he could travel, but I could also see that whatever he has to do is going to be very comfortable. It's going to be him sitting, looking pretty, something like that. It's not going to be like, oh no, they're going to take Jungwoo to do this crazy survival show. No, he's going to look luxurious. He's going to look his best. Is he working with a skincare brand or with a luxury brand? I see him very much like all associated to beauty. So probably he's going to be an ambassador for some beauty products or something like this. I see him very connected with his Pisces. So, but I also see him just being very celebrated. Like, I think that Jungkook has the potential to actually become very known. I know he has like some idol friends, but I think that he has the potential to become more known, and well, in consequence, also to making NCT more known. But I see him that he's going to be very successful. He's going to be very successful. But again, it's also because he's good with people. He's good with people. So this is also not something that Jungkook had, like he received this year or he received today. No, this is something that he actually has been working or has been like sort of promoting this, him as a team worker, or him being very adaptable and being like, okay, you have to go and interview these people, or you have to go and travel with this person that you don't know, or you have to go and play this game in this group that you don't know anyone here. And he's like, yeah, I will go. Wherever you want me, I will go and participate, and I will be one of the group. Like, he doesn't have a strong egos. He just adapts, and he's very lovable. People really like take him in, like they adopt him. They're like, yeah, you're part of us. So yeah, and also that's why we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is there's security. It's also in a stable. In a stable place. If he's participating in a show, it's going to be stable. Or if he's doing something that it has to do with working with a brand, it's going to be stable at the same time. It's going to be very stable for him this year. So yeah, it's looking good for Chanyeol. I'm going to continue. Now that I'm silent, that annoying dog is not barking anymore. When I start talking, he starts barking. It's so annoying, so annoying. Okay. I'm going to continue with Astro Sanha. I don't know if I read for Astro Sanha before. But yeah, I believe I have. I believe I had read for some Astro members, but I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having the hiccup. Okay, for Astro Sanha, we start with the 10 wands. Knight of Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. Have the 5 of Wands. And we have the King of Swords. And we have the 7 of Cups that it says daydreams and decisions. So he's in his mind a lot. He's in his mind a lot. I would say he is a very perceptive person. He's also a dreamer. But honestly, I think that things are so difficult for Sana. I don't know him. I don't remember I reading for him before. But I think that things are very, he's just a very genuine and very loving person. He probably is also very talented, very creative, because I have the Knight of Cups, so I see him moving towards an objective or maybe towards new goals. But he always comes from a lot of struggles. Things are not easy for this man. Things are not easy for him. Things are not easy. Definitely, he has. It seems like he carries a sort of like a backpack of a lot of responsibility, or he feels like whenever he has to do something, he has to do extra hours, or he. It's just things are so difficult for him. Are so maybe also there's a lot of people that depend on him. I think that probably since he's so empathic, I could sort of see him like taking care of others, or just being there for others, or helping other people out. And then he's like, okay, I sort of have to let go of other people's issues and focus on myself and going towards what I'm dreaming about. I'm having a dream. I have a vision. I have something that I want to do for myself. But these, other people's struggles, other people's not other people's business, but probably a lot of people confide in him, and they add, a lot of responsibility, or he feels responsible for them. So that also sort of blocks his own path, I would say. Probably he's too empathic, or he's too generous. Also, the 2 of Wands, see, he's seeing at the future. He's like, I have to go to the next level. I have to do something for myself. I have this new project that I want to invest in. He has his vision. He knows he has to be much more selfish, I would say. I think that he hates the word selfish. There's something about him being like, I'm not actually selfish. Like, I cannot be selfish. But, all these ones in here sort of lets me know that probably he's a very energetic person, but he also is very sensitive. So he sometimes gets too emotional or emotionally attached to other people's, problems. He worries a lot, and this sort of gets in the way of action. I think that all these ones in here are like, all these conflicts, all these blockages, all these, your need to move forward, your drive, your initiative. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to get going. It's time for you to keep planning for your future. Like, drop the ones, like, drop the responsibilities of others, drop it, and go towards your dream, not other people's dream. But again, we have conflict in here, and we have the King of Swords. So definitely there's someone that he has beef with. Definitely there's someone that he has beef with. And this person is probably very, is someone with a lot of power. It could be a CEO, it could be, a manager, it could be a boss of his. But this person is like blocking, is bringing drama, is also blockaging his possibility to to advance. It's like he's asking for something for himself. He has an idea, and I think that this person is like, no, no, because we already have this to do. I don't know if maybe this is for the group, or maybe there's something like, okay, like we have this scheduled, so you cannot do this that you want. And there's drama. There's I don't know how the group is doing. I don't know how the group is doing, because this could be a CEO, or I don't know, it could be a member of the group. Is he still part of the group? Because I feel like he needs more independence. He needs more independence, but he's not being allowed to. He's not being allowed to. I don't know if this is like a lawyer, or this is someone that is like cutting his options. He's like, no, you're not going. I'm telling you no. I'm telling you no. And also see here with the Seven of Cups, this is also a very Pisces card. I think that from time to time he's very confused about what he should do next, because sometimes he really gets a bit like. He is a bit confused, like why people make it so hard for him. Sometimes when it has to do with him and his own desires, there's people getting in the way, and he doesn't understand like why me. But I think that this is not recent. This is something that happens every once in a while when it has to do with Sana. This is why the cards are like, you have to be more brave. You have to be more brave. You have to speak louder, or you have to show a bit much more of authority, because there's always going to be a like, oh, do you want to do this? Oh yeah, but not now. Oh no, but something came up, so no time for this, no time for this. So he feels also like very frustrated. He's like, it seems like I've been here before, like I dealt with this before. But yeah, definitely he needs to fight a bit more. Instead of suspecting and getting all like sensitive about this, I think that he should be more decisive. When he's like, I want to do this, it's like not so much like sounding like, can I have your permission? It's more like, I'm letting you know, guys, that I'm doing this. That this is my next step. This is my next move. This is what yeah, like the Knight of Swords. Show more action. Be more assertive. Be a bit much more aggressive. Like, be contundent. Be decisive with your words. Even be a bit, I would say like aggressive, but it's like show determination in your words. Don't ask with the tone of like, oh, can you please let me? No, you be much more assertive, because this drama is not something that, oh, I'm surprised this is happening. No, this has been going on for a while, and it seems like it has to do with him, but probably he's very sensitive. He gives me Pisces vibes, so I wonder if he is sort of trying to find an excuse in his unconscious, and he be like, oh, maybe this happens because it's my fault, or maybe I'm imagining things. No, you're not imagining things. People are getting in your way. Yeah, people are getting in your way. Okay, I'm going to continue with Chanyeol and Baekhyun's relationship now that they're having a comeback, both of them, and that it's around the same time. Like their comebacks are somehow overlapping. This is what this person said, and they wanted to know how their connection is doing. Chanyeol, Baekhyun, I remember the last time I read for them, I said something about maybe one of them not being very satisfied with what the other is doing. I think that probably they are still, especially from Chanyeol's part, we have the Knight of Swords, so he's not quiet. But we have the Wall card, and we have the Two of Swords. So probably he said something in the past. He's sort of sorry. He's a bit like, oh, I acted very prematurely, or I was very impulsive when when I said those things to you. And also from Baekhyun's perspective, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the Five of Wands, and we have the Nine of Swords. So also from Baekhyun's part, there's this. He's also feeling like he's moving on also from hostility. He's like, yeah, maybe if we had an argument or there was a discussion or there was some tension between us, I'm sort of also moving on. I honestly think that probably he's not talking that much, because with the Nine of Swords, I think that Baekhyun definitely feels like he should say something or that he should reach out, but he is much more in his mind. He's like, I will not say anything. Like, I will keep it all to myself, even though he knows that he's part of this as well. Even though he knows that, he probably said something. He probably also messed up. But there's something about pride in here, definitely. And the connection, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Five of Pentacles that it says feeling alone. So probably I think that this is like the card of feeling alone. I think that probably they, in their own different perspectives, there's something about them feeling like, you really are leaving me alone. Like, you really are, I feel like you're not supporting me in this aspect of my life. I felt like we used to be closer, like you used to be there for me. And now I feel very lonely. I feel very lonely. Like, I feel like it is getting harder and harder to actually to get closer to you or to talk to you about things that matter to me. There's a lot of people in the middle as well. This is very crowded. I think that both of them have their own version of what is going on. There's one that is more prideful than the other. But yeah, I think that from Chanyeol, honestly, he's also like done arguing. He's like, yeah, maybe in the past I said something, very hurtful, or I communicated something. I think that it's not so much about what he said to Baekhyun. I think that probably is what he says to others about Baekhyun. I think that he doesn't confront Baekhyun. Probably he said something about Baekhyun, and Baekhyun find out, and there's something about like, oh, you were talking about me. You were talking about, why don't you come and you tell me if you have this opinion about me? Why don't you come and tell me about this? So in this sense, I believe he knows that, that he wants to make things up, but probably things are awkward still. And there's something also about Chanyeol probably not realizing how hurtful his words are. With the Two of Swords, there's a bit of like him refusing to see that sometimes when he makes these comments, he thinks that it's funny, or he thinks that it's just him being himself. But I think that he expects people to move on fast from, if you get offended. Yes, like, yeah, it happened like last week, so can you let it go? And maybe he doesn't understand when the other person hangs on to it, and he's like, no, I still don't forgive you because I remember what you said. But yeah, I think that definitely, like, Baekhyun is trying. Baekhyun is trying to move on. Baekhyun is also tired of arguing. I think that also for him, he has been arguing. Probably this year, it had been him arguing with a lot of people. It's not just just Chanyeol. I think that Chanyeol is one is one of the many people. I think that Baekhyun is getting tired of fighting people. It's just that as long as he has pride, he's never going to stop fighting for what he believes that is his right. His right of decision, his right to speak his mind, his right to to do what he has to do or what he believes is right for him. But at the same time, he's also tired mentally. He's also tired. He probably sees that this affects his dynamic with the members, and he's like, I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen to us. But we fight, and then I'm being left out like this. Like, I don't know how we get carried away so much, but somehow we get carried away. And then I feel guilty. But at the same time, I think that Baekhyun is very prideful. He feels like he's like, yeah, probably I'm not that upset anymore, but at the same time, I'm going to leave him waiting, or I'm going to leave him believe that I'm still angry. Like, there's something about him postponing reconciliation, even though he knows that that he's not that angry anymore. But yeah, about the comebacks, honestly, I don't think that they are looking at what the other person is doing. I mean, they know, of course, that they know. But honestly, I think that this comes from before. This comes from before, and there's this feeling of like, we don't talk as we used to. We used to be very close, and now I'm feeling frustrated, because also we have all these two. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the Knight of Wands. So they will keep having this very, very prideful attitude of like, I am right. I am right. I don't know about you, but I am right. So yeah. But I think that in the back, or like the resume of all this, is that they are feeling very lonely, and probably this is not just these two. Probably this is felt with other members as well. There's a gap. There's a there's distance. There's silences. And this is why things get awkward. And then there's someone that feels abandoned by the other. It's like, probably it's like, I'm expecting you to show up for me, to do this for me because there's a comeback. And the other one is like, no, I'm not going to come because you didn't come the other time. So, I still remember. So is petty, is childish? Yeah, it is. But also I think that they're trying to carry on with their careers. This is the thing. They are keeping their energy, they're keeping their passion for their career, they're not going to stop. There could be a sense, I don't think that they are competing, because definitely there are two different styles, they are not competing, but probably because they are very similar and they are very straightforward. People sort of see this as a coincidence, and they see it like, oh, it's happening around the same time, it's like, they're overlapping each other. It's like, but for them it's like, we are really different, like we are aiming to different things. But probably because the two of them are so outgoing and their presence is so strong, probably people are going to be like, oh, there must be something going on. No, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. But probably, there's this feeling between them that is like, I feel like, we are not that close anymore. And that hurts me. That hurts my pride. That hurts me. And this is why there's distance. This is why there's silences. There's like this awkward feeling, and they probably are also very invested into keeping this presence or this energy of these fire core cards, that they are very passionate about their craft and their work and their identity. So this is why maybe people will be like, oh wow, like, they are going at the same time, and it's like, yeah, but neither of them are going to stop It's like if that date came out and it's a coincidence, they're like, yeah, whatever. We have to continue working. Like I cannot, be all like, oh, do you want to go first? No, it's like I have to go anyways. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like it's very near to you, but I have to do my work. I have to keep advancing. I have to keep advancing. It's not personal. It's not personal, but I have to keep shining. I have to keep shining. I have to keep working. Nothing is going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop them, the both of them. They have a goal and they're going to reach it. So people can speculate all they want, but the reality is that they're very passionate about these comebacks, and it's like, oh, well, this is the date? Okay, yeah, this is the date. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to do this last one, guys, and then I'm going to go because I have been seated for so long. Okay, I'm going to read for Misamo. So very similar cards, the cards that Yuta got. Like they got the Temperance, the 4 of Wands. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, very nice. Okay, for Misamo, we start with the 4 of Wands. We have the Justice, we have the Temperance, Knight of Swords, and 6 of Swords. So yeah, a lot of traveling for them, honestly, a lot of traveling. And they got from the other deck, they got the Apprentice of Raindrops, that this would be like the Page of Cups, and the keyword is Charm. So definitely very charming ladies, like usual, beautiful. When I see the Temperance in the middle, I'm sort of seeing them being all angelic or looking like angels, very romantic. So yeah, they're going to win a lot of hearts. I can already see it. Yeah, I kind of feel it very similar to Utah's experience. I don't know why. Maybe could it be that they could sort of be in Japan around the same time of the year? Could it be? Yeah, because we have the four of Wands and the Justice, so it's finally celebration for them. It's their moment to be celebrated. I believe that they waited a lot to have this moment. So there's something about them also, finally getting their moment. So they're so excited. They are like, yeah, finally, like justice is for us. They are going to do amazing because the Temperance is all about healing. It's all about good vibes. Very positive, very bright. Just very, very dreamy at the same time. Also, their message also very, very hopeful, very optimistic and full of light. I really love this. I love this concept. I don't know why I get angel concept. It could be. But yeah, then again, I see the Knight of Swords and the 6 of Swords. So I wonder if this that they're going to have, if this also overlaps with their activities when it comes to overseas. Because I sort of see someone coming to pick them up and be like, okay, next location, we have to go. We have to go and be in this country at this hour. So I see that, I don't know, I don't want to say like, oh, this is going to be short. But there's something about them, like just maybe cutting it or cutting, is it like a promotion? Because I can sort of see it. I can sort of see it like this being like someone like coming back and coming to them and be like, okay, girls, we have to go. We have to go because, you have this next like schedule, or you have to be here, you have to be in this place. So I see that it's going to happen very fast, and they soon are going to enter a new, I don't know if it's like a new gig, or it's like a concert, or it's like I don't know why I feel like it's a concert. Could it be? Could it be that Twice is going to have a concert or a comeback? Could it be? Around the same time, so they have to wrap things. They're going to wrap things up very fast, like very fast. But all to keep advancing. This is to keep advancing. This is not for them to, go back and being trapped and not work. No, this is going to be for them to keep advancing in their journey. So I can also see someone, this could also represent someone, that is very opposite to their energy, because I see them all very angelic and gentle and just very feminine. And this could also represent someone that is interested in the girls, and it's like, girls, I have this new gig, or I have this new opportunity for you. So can you show up? Like, can you do this with us? Like, can you show up for us? Like, can you work with us, please? And then go in very fast to collaborate with this person. I think that this person is it's not just that they are fans of the girls, but they also are very famous. They could be like an MC, like a journalist, someone that is like, we would love to have you guys on our show, or we would love you guys to participate on this. Can you please, like, this is going to be fast. It's not going to take long. This is just like something an opportunity that comes up before. Not before, after they are finished, after they present themselves. But yeah, I think that this person is very influential, but also is someone that is so in a hurry. I guess that this is also someone that is like very used to contacting people like this, artists like this. It's like, can you guys do this before you leave? Can we do this? Can we do this interview? Can we have you on our show? Something like this. Something very express, very express. But I wouldn't be surprised, because sometimes, with idols, you don't know. You're like, okay, I believe that they said that they were going to be in Japan, but then the next day they're already traveling to Korea, and then they have to do some some shooting in LA. So you're like, but we know we've seen them at the airport, but we don't know where they come from or where they're going. It's so confusing. It's so confusing. And I sort of see it here. Maybe it's going to be like the time of year. Maybe could it be like a war season or something like this? But yeah, it's like, come on, girls, come on, like very fast. But yeah, all of them never losing their charm, never losing their art, never losing their charisma, how feminine they are, how sweet they are, how beautiful they are. They're going to, with their charm, they're going to make everyone fall in love with them. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, they are going to exude this charm and they're going to look their best. So don't worry about it. This is going to be very positive for them. Very positive. I love this. I love this for them. They are so hardworking. They do deserve it. They do deserve this because they're so hardworking. Yeah, the Justice card. 2 Libra moons. And their cup, Leo friend. They're so beautiful, so beautiful. Momo is my bias, but Sana is also like Imina is also all of them. Like, I think that the trio, the unit is like the triad of the most beautiful Japanese girls. Like I just love them. They are so flawless, and also they're so talented and so like so ladylike. There's something so special about them. So special, so special. Like definitely, I do enjoy their music. I remember seeing them like when they had this award season. It was, I believe, like New Year's, and they had this collaboration in Japan. They had this stage that they shared with Japanese singer and other Korean idols as well. And it was so fun, guys, so fun. I love that they had that moment to shine, even though it was very brief. It was so brief, but it was so nice. Magdalene. My poor baby revealed that she cried like Magdalena when they were practicing for the debut because she kept falling. It's just that those, like, the level of professionalism that they have, because is like the wardrobe, it's like the presence, everything is so smooth and is so professional. Like I would just like do some stupid movement and I would fall. But they are so graceful. They are so graceful. They are so. I love them. I love the way, like their concept is so beautiful. It's so mature at the same time. I love it. I love it. But yeah, the nervousness. It's not like they are amateurs, but the nervousness. Yeah, it's just that everyone is watching. Everyone is watching. And you know how people are. You know how people are, how people get. So sometimes it's better to practice over and over and over and get a bit obsessed instead of having pointing fingers, because people are awful. People are awful. They don't realize that sometimes there's idols that they do dance in heels, that they do dance, wearing these very uncomfortable platforms, these very long dresses, these very short dresses, corsets. It's just people. People think that it's just easy. It's like you go out there and you do it, but no. Try to catch your breath, dancing in heels, and singing at the same time. Try to catch your breath. Try to do it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I have to rest because I had been sitting here for a while and my ovaries are already like hurting. But yeah. You should watch the date between Mina and Sana in Twice channel. They talk about their experience in the. Oh, I will. I will watch it then, Akira. I will go and watch it. Thank you, guys. I'll see you. Depending how I do this week with the doctor's appointment, if I can, I will do a live stream again on Wednesday. We're going to resume the series of red and green flags of idols in relationships. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.